Hey everyone, I'm Nick, and this is the Corsair K55 gaming keyboard. This keyboard has a lot of features that gamers will appreciate, like dedicated macro keys and anti-ghosting, and anyone that is looking for an inexpensive keyboard with RGB lighting should take a look at this, especially since it's priced at a very affordable $50. But for everyone out there hoping that Corsair could do all this and deliver an RGB keyboard with mechanical switches, your excitement might end there. The K55 uses traditional membrane keys. This keyboard came out about a month ago, but I've had a hard time finding it. I'm not sure if it's just selling super well or what, but it sold out everywhere. I was lucky enough to find it on Amazon, although it sold out again. I'll put a link below if you want to check availability. Starting off with the design of the keyboard, the K55 has a very clean and modern look. Although everything's plastic here, you won't find a brushed aluminum frame like you will on the much more expensive K70. The mix of textured matte and gloss plastic give it a really nice look. The keyboard has a nice feel. It manages to be lightweight without feeling hollow or cheap. There are 4 rubber feet on the bottom, as well as 2 legs that fold out if you want to angle it. The K55 also comes with a detachable wrist rest that clips on. It's not the most comfortable wrist rest. Corsair calls it a soft rubber, but there isn't anything soft about it. I like the design of the texture, but it feels like hard plastic. I personally don't use wrist rests, and some keyboards don't even include one, so the fact that you get one at all is a plus. Corsair was able to cut some of the more premium features without making this feel like a budget keyboard. The cable's just a typical rubber cable, instead of a braided cable you'll find on most gaming accessories, and you won't find a USB port on the keyboard, but you do get dedicated media keys, which is a big deal to me. I'm not a fan of when manufacturers combine the media keys with the function keys. You get a dedicated mute, volume, and playback buttons, so thank you to Corsair for not removing these to make a keyboard that's just slightly smaller. Also on the top is the macro record button, backlight brightness button. Here you can disable the backlighting or set the brightness to low, medium, or high. There's also a Windows disable key, so you don't accidentally interrupt your game by hitting the Windows key. This keyboard also has 8-key anti-ghosting, so up to 8 keys can be pressed at the same time and all register. Next to that are 4 LEDs to indicate the macro recording, numlock, caps lock, and Windows key disable. There are also 6 dedicated macro buttons, which you can use to record single or multi-key actions. There isn't any software needed, so you just press the macro record key, press the key you'd like to store it to, type out your action, and then press the macro record key again to save it. Now let's take a look at the RGB lighting. The Corsair K55 doesn't give you full control to customize individual keys. Instead, there are 3 zones and 12 pre-configured lighting modes, including a custom mode. A few of the modes also allow you to change the speed of scrolling or the direction. There isn't any software to do the programming, but controlling everything is easy enough using the function key along with the number row. Pressing the function and the 1 key will light up the 3 zones as red, green, and blue. Function 2 is yellow, cyan, and purple. Function 3 is blue, cyan, and red. Function 4 is purple, green, and yellow. Function 5 is orange, purple, cyan. Function 6 is green, blue, and white. And function 7 is your custom mode. Here you can customize each of the 3 zones with one of 8 colors. You can cycle through the different colors by pressing function and the F1, F2, or F3 keys for each zone. When you're all finished, you hold down function and 7 for 3 seconds to save your setting. Function and 8 will let you cycle through 8 colors for all 3 zones. Function 9 will pulse all the different colors. Function 0 will color shift through all the different colors. Function minus will color pulse while scrolling right to left. And function equal will give you the rainbow wave. For modes 9 through 12, you also get more control. You can change the speed by pressing function and the up or down arrows. And for modes 11 and 12, you can change the direction by pressing function and the left or right arrows. So you're not getting full control with the choice of millions of colors like you do on Corsair's more expensive keyboards. But you also don't need any software running in the background like you do on some keyboards out there. You just plug it in and go. There are plenty of lighting options, and I think most people will be happy with the amount of customization you get here. The lighting looks really great on this keyboard. The white backplate really makes the colors pop. The colors are deep and vibrant, and the characters on the keys are bold, so they show a lot of light through. The K55 doesn't use Cherry MX switches like Corsair's mechanical keyboards do. This is a typical membrane keyboard, and it feels just like a typical membrane keyboard. Typing on this feels good overall, but it really is a personal preference. If you're used to mechanical switches, this feels mushy by comparison. There's no click or tactile bump, but compared to other membrane keyboards out there, the keys feel responsive and typing feels good. The K55 is also much quieter than a mechanical keyboard, so anyone with a roommate or a wife nearby might appreciate this. Now I'll go ahead and show you how it sounds compared to a keyboard with Cherry Amex Blue switches, which have the audible click. So that just about wraps it up. Overall, Corsair did a great job with the K55. You get a really nice keyboard with a ton of features for under 50 bucks. It's got a clean and simple look. I'm a fan of the matte plastic with the gloss top. I love that you get dedicated media buttons, and the 6 macro buttons are nice to have. Even though you don't get per key customization, the RGB lighting looks really great and the colors are vivid and saturated. It would be nice to get a USB port here, but for $50 you can't complain. Really, the only thing this keyboard is missing is actual mechanical switches. So that does it. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please hit the like button and drop a comment below. If you'd like to see more videos from me, please make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.